What's up, guys? I'm Daily Reveille sports columnist Mike Bedard, and this is the video version of Mic'd Up. And in this week's installment, I'm going to be tackling the name change from the New Orleans Hornets to the New Orleans Pelicans. Of course, it's not enacted yet, won't take place to the 2013-2014 NBA season, but today Tom Benson, owner of both the Pelicans and the Saints, gosh, it's going to take me forever to say Pelicans, but he announced today they finally did make the name change, making it official, unveiling the new logo. A lot of optimism surrounding New Orleans when you talk about what this state of this team was in when he took over last year. Not even personnel or anything else, but Tom Benson with the Saints reinvigorated a city, and I think he wants to do the same thing with New Orleans. And the first thing he needed to do was completely take everything away and start fresh. I think that's really what he wants to do when it comes to naming the team the Pelicans. People might not like the Pelicans nickname, but as for me, it's kind of how I feel about Les Miles. I always hear LSU fans gripe and complain, hey, we need to get Les Miles out of here. Oh, by the way, he's making $4.3 million a year, so gonna be kind of hard to buy that out. But anyways, you say Les Miles is the worst coach on earth, he has terrible clock management, hey, he lost his Hispanic game. It's all fine. You are entitled to your opinion. I really wish you weren't, but kind of you are. So when it comes down to it, if you say you don't like the Pelicans, that's fine. But it's just kind of how I deal with Les Miles. You can hate Les Miles. You can think he's the worst coach in the world, which means you're probably an idiot. But if you do, that's fine. Name me a replacement. Name me someone who's going to come in and do a better job than Les Miles, give you 10-win seasons year in and year out. You can't. And the same thing with the Pelicans, at least for me. I don't really like it per se, but I can't come up with a better one. Brass sounds good, but the Jazz already stole our nickname up there. But, surprise, surprise, the Dar Dogs got a couple problems with the Pelicans making their way in 2013. First off, people that say, oh, this is great, the Louisiana State Bird coming down to New Orleans. No one identified with the Hornets. We don't even care. We just took that from Charlotte when we moved down. It's all fine and dandy. Except you'd be wrong, because the brown pelican is a state bird of Louisiana. Oh, really? It's not? Trust me, purveyor of state birds here. What's Oregon's state bird, will you ask? The western meadowlark. See me. But anyways, getting back to that, the Hornets logo is a white pelican. They have gold feathers, yes, but its face is white. The brown pelican is the state bird of Louisiana. My friend, a zoology major, is going to have a couple strongly lettered words to the New Orleans front office, because if you're going to say you're going to name them the Pelicans because it's the state bird of Louisiana and it's local, you got to be right. And if my eyes deceive me, it's a white pelican. Something else that just doesn't sit with me when it comes to the Hornets change to the Pelicans is the color scheme. Blue, red, and gold. Now, I like the gold. It's a good touch because New Orleans Saints, Tom Benson, you knew he was going to try and tie something into that. But if he were to rename this team the Pelicans or something else different than that and had them black and gold, I would be getting some phone calls from my sister telling me how tacky that is. Because if you have the New Orleans Saints as black and gold and the basketball team black and gold, it's basically like having the New Orleans Saints basketball team, and you don't want to do that. But the 2006 Cleveland Cavaliers called, and they want their color scheme back. Because quite frankly, I don't know what you're going to do with essentially 3 primary colors. Come on, did you not learn your color wheel? You got to have a couple secondary colors, and I know gold's kind of there, but no. I think the color scheme's the worst thing about this Pelicans. Although I like the nickname, the colors, not so much. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good change for New Orleans. As Benson said, Hornets really had no lasting impact, just mascot-wise, in New Orleans. Now that you have the Pelican, although it's not the brown Pelican, you have a different vibe coming in. And of course, there's no black and gold, so there's still that local tie in there with the gold that's just like the Saints. If you're saying the Pelicans aren't intimidating, have you ever seen one? Check out a couple Pelicans gulping down some fish. You're going to change your mind real quick. And since when are there, really intimidating mascots? The Milwaukee Bucks. People don't shoot those every single day. And the Trailblazers, Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea coming out of that or something? Then the Magic. First of all, they have a blue logo. When's any time you've seen the blue Magic, except on Breaking Bad? Give me a break. The Hornets, it's not the best name change in the world to the Pelicans, but hey, it could be a lot worse.